I'm gonna go in there and
Welcome to the Boot Hill Sports Network. I'll take the over podcast. I am your host, Mark Manley. We got Kenny D with us here tonight, old Florida State Seminole fan. We got Eddie Derek Ruru, who is the new coach of the Scarlet
so
Knights, I believe. And of course, everybody knows Dougie Fresh, Doug Edwards from Cooter,
oh
Missouri, where
yeah.
we all love Cooter. And the man from the Bayou Bengal himself, Johnny Grissom. What's going on, fellas?
What's up,
Oh, it's
guys?
all right.
What's up?
Ready to get this college football season started?
Man, I'm excited. Yes, sir. We got a 12-team playoff this year. Let's bring it.
That's right, baby. I tell you
Nebraska
what,
still ain't gonna make it though. They could bump it 24 team. Nebraska ain't gonna make it.
a
Wow.
lot of teams can make it. Oh, that's.
Oh,
I'll
welcome,
tell you
Eddie.
what,
Glad you
you can
joined the show there.
actually lose more than one game and maybe get in the playoffs.
Yeah, make you lose too. Well, you're guaranteed if you're from some sorry conference like the ACC, you can lose 4 because if you're conference champion, you're gonna get in there.
And speaking of ACC and conference champions, boy, they are struggling, aren't they? Kenny, any comments on the that motherfucker's broke, ain't it?
It's one game. The season's not over. Stop stressing. I mean, Alabama got in with a loss last year, and there was only a 4-team playoff, so it's not over. It's early. It's fine. I've already talked to the athletic director. Norvell's going to be gone. We're going to get Nick Saban next year. There's some other things in the works. We're going to change our season opener. We're going to change our season opener for now. We're going to stick to playing LSU because that's a guaranteed W based on the last 2 years. So we're going to go back to the norm. We're fine. No stress. We're good.
Oh, Boudreaux.
I wish we did have them this year instead of Southern Cal. I guarantee you.
All
will
right,
after
guys, I'll tell you
Saturday.
what. All right, first thing we're going to discuss is our pick for the national championship. Who's going to play who and who's going to win it all. And Kenny Corley is going to go first, followed by Eddie, and then Doug, and then Johnny, and then myself. So, Kenny, who you got in the national title game, and who will be the national championship after this college football season?
Well, after watching the prognosticators Saturday, all say that Oregon versus Ohio State's the national champion. Neither one of those will be there. Neither one. Georgia will be there. I think they're going to be the only team that's going to run the gauntlet and go undefeated. With all these mega conferences, everybody's going to beat up on everybody. There's going to be a loss. I don't really care who gets there. It could be 7 or 8 different teams, but Georgia wins. I mean, they're loaded. They'll be battle tested throughout the year because they got to play Alabama again. They'll play Texas, 2 best teams in the conference, and they'll win. And they'll win the SEC, and I think they'll win the national title. I really don't think it matters who they play. But I don't. Everybody says Oregon, Ohio State. I don't think it's either one of those teams that play Georgia.
You got Eddie.
Man, I'm with Kenny on Georgia, but it's going to be Ohio State this year. I think those Buckeyes
I
get over the
imagine
hump.
that.
But nobody's
The
touching
Buckeyes.
Georgia. I'm with Kenny on that.
Oh,
Dougie?
this is a surprise question. I didn't know we was gonna talk about that, but I play
Hey, Gomer Powell, baby. Surprise, surprise,
surprise,
surprise.
surprise, surprise. Hey, I'll tell you what. I placed a futures bet just about a week or so ago, couple weeks ago, and I picked LSU. So hey, if it's gonna pay off, I gotta go with LSU. LSU will make the playoffs, or they'll be right there on the edge, close to making it this year. I think they'll get in. and now they've got a good roster, but it's not a complete roster. So I don't really, even with my heart, I don't think they're going to win it all. But Georgia's the nice pick, and they probably should be there. And who they're going to play, man, that's just up for grabs. We just have to wait and see. Play it out.
I disagree with you, Doug. I don't think LSU's going to do it. That coach, I don't
Bayou
think.
Bengal himself has got doubts about the Tigers.
I still don't believe in that coach, man. I'm sorry.
He doubted them last year, and they went 10-2.
Still, they didn't win no championship, and they lost to Florida State.
Didn't nobody?
Attaboy, Johnny. Good stats.
Michigan's
Johnny.
Michigan's the only team that won
Johnny
a
pulled out a stat on you, Dougie.
Hey, Michigan's the only team did win a championship last year.
Well, they won it.
Yeah,
LSU.
everybody else sucked.
Hey, I think Michigan beat Florida State, though, didn't they?
Last year?
Last year.
They didn't.
No. We were undefeated until we played Georgia in the bowl game.
Oh, that's right. It was Georgia. I thought it was Michigan. You're right.
Michigan won it all. Everybody else
know that.
sucked, according to John.
Michigan beat Washington and Alabama.
Johnny, who you got for a national championship?
Georgia and Michigan. Georgia's going to win.
Harbaugh ain't there no more.
He got Michigan coming back, man. Wow. All right, man. I got Georgia versus Texas, the all SEC championship game, and I'm going with those dogs as bad as I hate it. I think everybody here has picked Georgia to win a national title. So, Georgia, we have just jinxed your ass. It will not be a national title in Athens.
Might want to go put that money on
now.
Oregon and Ohio State now.
I won't go put it on Oklahoma State out of the Big 12. Hey, they might actually win the Big 12, but we'll talk about that later. All right, week 1 games. We got 10 on the good old list for week 1. We're going to start out with a Thursday night ball game. A game that I will be attending is those Murray State Racers out of Murray, Kentucky, take on the number 11 team in the nation, the Missouri Tigers. I think the last line I looked at had Mizzou by 46.5. Folks, that is a big spread, especially for my Mizzou Tigers, man. If I was betting on the spread,
Is that what we're going with?
46.5 is the last I seen, unless you got an update.
Well, you had no line on the sheet.
Yeah,
That's right. I seen a line this morning, so
Okay.
Are we changing it now with the 46.5?
Do what?
Are we changing it now because you know it's 46.5?
No, I'm just saying what the line is.
Are
No,
you leaving
we're
it
gonna
no
keep
line? Just pick a winner.
That's right. So I'm going to go with, I think Mizzou wins, but if you're a betting man and you hear that line, stay away from that 46.5. What you got, Kenny?
Well, I mean, if it's the 46.5, I'm going to take John Morant and Popeye Jones from 46.5. But since we're doing no line and just pick a winner, I'll take Mizzou.
There you go. M-I-Z.
I'm gonna take Mizzou, but I'd take the 46.5.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
John Morant and Popeye Jones, unstoppable.
I think we're all going to pick Missouri to win outright. Missouri coming off that great season last year, going to see if they can keep it going, maybe make a little playoff this year. I think they're going to stumble, but I think they'll be good. They're going to beat Murray State, but they're not going to beat them by 46.5.
I don't think so. Here we go ahead.
Mizzou. Show me, State.
M-I-Z. That's right, baby. So, looks like a community lock, Doug. Our first one of the year. Community lock.
That was an easy one.
Boy, that's probably a stretch, too, isn't it?
I don't think everybody's ever been a community lock on Mizzou. All right, now next one on the schedule is Doug's North Carolina Tar Heels taking on the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. UNC favored by 2. Over and under is 51.5. Man, I tell you what, I'm going to go with UNC later 2, but I'm going to go with the under of 51.5. What you got, Kenny?
I'm taking Minnesota in the 2. Drake May, that's a lot to replace. Whole new offense. Mac Brown's just Mac Brown. I'm going with PJ Fleck. We're going to row the boat. I'm going to take 2 points, but I'm also going to take the under because I see this being in the 40s, maybe.
28.
I'm gonna go UNC -2. I think they're gonna run down Minnesota's throat. They were horrible last year, and then I'm gonna take the under also.
Yeah. North Carolina, the post-May era. We'll see what that brings. But you know what they got over there? They got Max Johnson. Max Johnson found a home there after being at
What?
LSU and Texas A&M for a couple years. And you got Mac Brown. What's this? His 80th year of coaching. He's seen every trick and everything in the book, man. UNC will cover the 2 points. They're gonna sink the boat. The boat ain't gonna roll this week. And even though I think it's at Minnesota, isn't it? But yeah, North Carolina goes in there and gets a big opening win, and I'll take the over.
Wow.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota, and I'm gonna go with the under.
Attaboy, Johnny. Smartest
Johnny.
man on the screen.
Hey, he keeps it simple too, Donnie.
Yeah.
Going
That guy's
Minnesota
got
under.
stats, and he's smart.
And he's got a beard like Duck Dynasty down there.
It's cold down here, man. It's
I'm
cold.
waiting on him to pull a cupcake or something out from under.
Minnesota got that
Hey.
6-year transfer quarterback, so I mean he should have lots of experience.
Oh, bullshit.
Hey, you talking about a 6-year quarterback? What about a 10th-year quarterback out of Utah named Cam Rising?
He's
That
been there.
man,
He's
he already
35,
got
isn't he?
man is throwing college football and got grandbabies. All right, man. I tell you what, next one might surprise a lot of people. But North Dakota State, they are a powerhouse. And what used to be 1AA, I think it's now called FCS. They're going to go against Johnny's Colorado Buffaloes and Dion, man. And
Prime time,
Colorado
baby.
Colorado favored by 10. Over and under is 60.5. I'm pulling the upset of the week. I'm going with the Bison of North Dakota State, baby. Give me those 10 points. And we're going to say it goes over by 2 points, 62. Kenny's asleep, I guess. Wake up, Kenny.
No, hold on. Hit my music.
It is music.
He can't
Coach
see.
Prime,
He couldn't see what's
Shador,
going on.
Travis Hunter, athletes, they can't stop shit. So I'm going to take Colorado and give the 10, but it's definitely going to be over. It'll be a track meet. But Colorado wins.
Yeah, I'm with Kenny. All the drama going on at Colorado, Dion's got them boys fired up and ready. North Dakota State's bringing in a new coach also, lost 3 starters on the line. Give me the over, and I'll take the 10.
You'll give the 10.
Coach Rule's smart.
You'll give the 10. You ain't taking 10.
I'll give the 10. You're right.
Look, it's like this. Prime time, we coming, man. Prime time, yeah. They suck. They sucked last year. Everybody got crazy like the first 2-3 weeks. They sucked. They're gonna suck again this year. They're not gonna go 500 again this year. They're gonna be struggling to win 5 games. This game is not one of them though. They will handle North Dakota State. They got too many athletes for them, and I think they cover the 10. So I'm going to give the 10, and I'm going with the over, too.
Prime time, baby. Prime time. I'm taking Colorado. Oh, shit. But I'm going to take the over on that one.
I'll take the over, the name of the podcast there, Johnny.
That's right. That's right.
Well, looks like I'm out on that island, Doug.
Yeah, you are.
Again.
Yeah. I like being out on the island. Oh, I get some points while y'all sit there and
Hey, is this a risk pick?
That was quite a risk pick, wasn't it? Was I out on that limb?
You are.
I think
I mean,
so.
it's even at Colorado down there in Folsom.
Yeah, he got a couple
Field.
of transfers to help the line a little bit. His offensive line will be a little bit better, and I think it'll be good enough in this game. And Sanders, Shadur he'll put some points up.
Yeah, Shadur's all right, man. I'll tell you what, it ain't their offense you got to worry about. It's their defense.
Yeah.
Speaking of defense, I
Well, their
know there's a
line
team
sucks.
down in what is it, LSU? Their defense usually sucks too.
Not
They gonna-
usually, just 1 year.
They suck so bad they had to steal Missouri's defensive coordinator, man. I mean, gosh. Are you desperate, Dougie, for a defensive coordinator when you got to reach to Mizzou?
Hey, and he was an LSU boy. He come back in 2021. He wasn't gone that long.
Gotcha.
Came back home.
Gotcha. All right. So next game on our list, going to go out to Las Vegas. UNLV takes on those Houston Cougars. Houston favored by 1.5, guys. So this is really a pick 'em. Over and under is 54.5. Barry Odom still at UNLV? I believe he is. Barry Odom, a former Mizzou Tiger, got that program going last year. But I'm going to take those Cougars. I'll lay the 1.5, and I'm going under. Oh, definitely going under in this one. Barry Odom can coach some defense.
Not me. I'm taking 5 Slamma Jamma. I'm gonna give the 1.5. It's an over. It'll be a shootout. Neither team plays defense. Houston can't stop anybody either. They sling the ball all over the field. They'll put up points. I'm gonna give the 1.5 and take the over. Clyde Drexler, Hakeem Olajuwon, they're gonna be too much.
Andre Ware's still there too, ain't he?
He should. I mean, hey, if Cam Rising can still play, why can't Andre Ware?
David Klingler, call him back. He can sling it too in that June Jones offense.
Get that Jim Jones offense going.
I think David Klingler was a quarterback for Cincinnati, wasn't he, Eddie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this is
Go
one
ahead,
I've
man.
already put money on here. I've already got money on this one. Give me Houston minus 1.5. They had Donovan Smith transfer in from Texas Tech. Dude can sling it and run. And I'm taking the over.
I like Eddie.
Yeah, the spread actually just jumped to 2.5. I know we're staying where we're at with our points and all that, but even at 2.5, I think that Houston is going to cover that, and this is one I'm going to play as well. Seems like a good one to make some money on, and I think Houston will cover, and it'll go over myself.
I'm going to take Houston too. And we're going to take the over on that one.
Community lock. Except for Mark took the under.
Did take the under. Yep, that's right. All right, next
Good
one,
job,
man, is a
Mark.
game that I've
That's not a
gone
lot.
back.
Kenny took.
Do what?
I missed.
Missed it too. But anyway, now we're going to move on to number 14 in the nation, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the number 1 team in the nation, those Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia favored by 13.5. Over and under is 48.5, guys. Man, I've been back and forth on the spread, man. 13.5, opening game of the year for both teams. Clemson usually a great team, but Georgia is Georgia. Carson Beck is back, going to sling that thing around, and I believe Georgia wins. I'm going to lay the 13.5, and I'm going to take the over as well. Bulldogs win and win big.
Mark, I'm with you. I'm going to take Georgia and lay the 13.5. I think Georgia covers the point spread by themselves, so I'm taking the over.
Damn.
Man, I'm with
He's-
Kenny on this one. Dabo better believe in NIL and the transfer portal.
He needs to get on board, don't he?
He can have DJ
He don't wanna do it,
Uiagalelei
but he
back if
better.
he wants him.
Hey, Dabo will have them boys ready, and they're going to be playing for some pride, and they're going to be out there hitting hard. They're going to match Georgia. Georgia lost. Georgia got Carson Beck coming back, a lot of people's Heisman favorite, this and that. They lost to, what was the tight end that was so good? They lost him.
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, Bowers. They lost some weapons, man. And Clemson ain't
But they
gonna
just
lay down.
reload.
Clemson ain't laying down for anybody. 13.5 is a lot of
No, they're going to get run over. There's a difference.
With all of that being said, I'm going to take Georgia and give the points, and I'll take the over.
Bulldogs, man, they're gonna be good this year. They're gonna cover, and it's gonna be over.
Community lock.
Ooh, another one. All right.
Starting off early, ain't we?
There we go. Our man Josh Brown, who is out tonight. His Penn State Nittany Lions, ranked number 8 in the nation, are gonna go
Overrated.
on those country roads, baby. Take me home, country roads, to the West Virginia Mountaineers. West Virginia is an 8-point dog to the Penn State Nittany Lions. Over and under is 51.5. This game is in Morgantown, folks. First game of the year. That place is going to be rocking. You got to love Morgantown when it's rocking. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to take those Nittany Lions. I'm going to lay the 8, and I'm going to take the under.
Mark, you're absolutely right. The place is going to be rocking because Pat McAfee and his crew will be in the house. Pat McAfee,
That's right.
Mountaineer himself. I'm the opposite of you. Penn State's overrated. Mediocre offense year after year. James Franklin's just an average coach. Nothing spectacular. Morgantown, under the lights, the hillbillies will be drinking all day. It'll be like a night game in the bayou, as Dougie knows. It's going to be off the hook. I'm taking the Mountaineers in the 8, but I'm also taking the under.
There'll be a lot of moonshine going on, too, ain't there?
Guaranteed.
Shit.
Mark, this guy's crazy. You hit it on the head. Give me the -8, and I'll take the under. They're going to
There you
shut the
go.
run down, and Aller's going to lock it down for them.
Well, I hate to agree with Kenny. I try not to. But on this
That's why you
I'm
always
sitting
lose.
with you, man. First game of the year, week 1 in Morgantown. There ain't nothing to do with Morgantown. I think Penn State, I don't know, they're going to have a little shock, man, when they walk in there and they see all these people dressed in buckskin carrying rifles and jugs in the
Singing
other hand
country
and stuff.
roads.
Yeah, it's going to get crazy. This is a game that they say is a must-see game between these two. West Virginia is going to be fired up. I don't know that they win outright, but I think they keep it close. So I'm going to take West Virginia in the points, and I'll also go with the under.
Oh man, I just changed my mind. I was gonna go with Penn State -8, but listen to y'all, man. God, dog it. I'm gonna go with West Virginia, and I'm gonna take the over.
Wow, he's the only one taking over, ain't he?
Yeah,
Switch it up a little
Mhm.
bit.
you got a chance at
Hey,
a point there.
you know Doug's writing all this down, so
He
he's
got a
going
chance
to have
steal
us
a point.
lined out.
Yeah, I ain't worried about it. He's gonna find a way to cheat somehow.
Hey, always
We'll
go
have to
back
see
and
who's
watch the
wearing
tape.
this next week. Somebody's going to wear his face next week.
You can
Might
always
be
go
me.
back and watch the tapes.
That's right.
I think we're going to have to put Josh right across that forehead
Yeah.
since he ain't here. I mean, he can't win a pick, so there you go. He's going to
He
be in
didn't-
last place already.
Did
not
he at
send
least
any
text
in?
in his picks?
I ain't seen nothing, man. I do got a text right now, but That is from one of my man, Jeremy Abrams. So that is not Josh Brown, and he don't have his picks in. So he'll go 0-10 this week. Unless y'all want to cut him slack. You want to cut him no slack?
He can start behind.
There you go. He's defending champion anyway.
Yeah, but with no wild card, he loves them wild cards.
Boy, he always hit them, didn't he?
He hit them.
All right, next one.
I just started last year just betting his wild card. Leave everything else alone, bet his wild card.
And win money, didn't you?
Yeah.
All right, next one's game of Florida. There's those Hurricanes of Miami, ranked number 19, believe it or not, taking on those Florida Gators. Miami favored by 2.5. Over and under is 53.5, man. It's a toss-up for me, guys. I mean, I don't believe in either team, man, but since the Gators are at home, man, I'm calling the upset. I'm going to take Billy and the Gators. Billy and the Gators instead of Benny and the Jets. Ooh, give me the Gators, baby. And the under.
Man, this one's tough. You got one coach that can't take a knee to beat Georgia Tech. Mario Cristobal, he's terrible. Billy Napier, 6-7. That poor guy can't win an inter-squad scrimmage. The best quarterback they could go get is the stupid white kid from Wisconsin who can't throw a damn screen pass. I just soon cut my eyes out than watch the game, to be honest with you. Stevie Wonder's got the best view. That game's just absolute garbage. But, Mark, I'm with you. At home, as somebody that has the privilege to see his team go to the Swamp every other year, and I don't care what state Florida's in, football-wise, that place is tough to win at. So I'm going to take the Gators in 2.5, but I'm also going to take the under because both teams are very, very dismal. I don't care what that 19 is.
Man, I got to disagree with both of y'all. The coaching's horrible, but Cam Ward's going to come in there, put up some points, and it's another one I've got my money on. So let's go Canes, and I'm going to take the over.
Damn. Over.
Well, you said you couldn't. You said the Canes were ranked 19th. You couldn't believe that, right? They're always overrated at the beginning of the year. I'm surprised they didn't have them at 8 or 9, really. But
that would be 8 or 9 Hurricanes coming in.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with y'all two, and I'm going with Florida. I think Florida's going to surprise them for sure. Playing at home too in the Swamp. I'm taking Florida, but I'm taking the over. I think it's going to be. That's not a lot of points. 53.5. Yeah, give me Florida in the over. Matchup predictor, by the way, has Florida, even though they're the underdog, 57.5% chance to win.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, they play in the Swamp, man. The Gators, I don't know what they still rebuilding, I guess. But the Gators,
they've been rebuilding since Spurrier left. I guess Urban Meyer. There we go.
Yeah,
Urban Meyer.
That's been a while. I'm gonna take the over on that one too.
Eddie out there on Gilligan's Island.
Hey, they spent too much money to lose to Florida.
Yeah,
they did.
He believes in Cam Ward's all I got to say.
That's the only reason.
All right, man. Next one's going to be a great game, I do believe, man. Got a matchup of the old coach versus the old quarterback. Number 7, Notre Dame, led by Riley Leonard at quarterback, taking on his old coach and Mike Elko and the A&M Aggies of Texas A&M. A&M is favored by 3. The over and under is 46.5, guys. And 9 out of 10 times in this battle, I'm taking the coach because he's going to know how to shut his former quarterback down if he's got the defense to do it. I believe A&M at home and that 12th man is going to make a difference. Shake old Riley Leonard out of his boots there. cleats, if you will. A&M wins. I will lay the points, and I'm going to take. Woo, boy, 46.5 ain't a lot of points, but I'm going to take the under by that much.
Woo. Mercy.
Well, this is another game that I could care less about. The only upside is that Dumbo Fisher's not going. I don't have to see him on the sideline coaching, so that's good.
Oh, Dumbo.
But you know,
Hey, I got an update on Dumbo.
Is he dead?
No, Dumbo might be the next head coach at Arkansas State if Butch Jones don't straighten out.
Well, that's where they all land. Hugh Freeze. That's like the rehabilitation for fired coaches. They all go to Arkansas State. I don't care.
You are right, baby. Gus Malzahn.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze.
Hey, we had all of them before they screwed up.
Right.
There you go. That is true.
Dougie and I love to talk about overrated. And here they are at number 7. Overrated.
Every
year.
Every year. But in this game, I'm gonna take the Irish. I don't think A&M's any better with Riley Leonard. I don't think they're any better with Mike Elko. They didn't spend any money. They didn't go out and hire. They didn't go pay a bunch of thugs to come in and play. They got nothing. I see it just. It's a very boring game to watch again. But I'm gonna take Notre Dame in the under.
I'm gonna agree with Kenny on this one. I hate A&M. Every time I bet on them, they screw me. So let's go Irish.
You going under too?
And the under.
He said he agreed. Yeah.
Just clarifying there.
Hey, Doug, clarify something else for us. Are you in the laundry room or the bathroom?
I'm gonna clarify this. I'm in the back room. I'm putting the cloth. I was putting the cloth. Broom cloth over here.
So the shitter.
I've been looking at those dolls the whole show.
Me too.
Just now notice that.
Yo.
That's why I said, "Oh, where are you at, man? Man, she done threw you out to the curb, brother."
He stuck me in the closet. She don't like hearing all this crap. Anyway,
he had to go to Allen Barger's to get internet service, Eddie.
I'm gonna clarify something else for you. Notre Dame's not the only one that's always overrated at the beginning of the season. Texas A&M is always way overrated at the beginning of the season. So I don't know what they even have them ranked. I'm sure they got them ranked something. 5th man, it's going to be hard to, or 12th man, excuse me. But I'm going to tell you the story of this game is going to be it's 95 degrees at game time, projected temperatures. You better have a bench in this game. Who's got the depth is going to show in this game. And I think Notre Dame's got more depth than A&M right now. I'm going to go with Notre Dame. I'll take the over.
You're going to take the over in the heat.
Taking the over in the heat. There's going to be some tired defenders out there. Yeah. Put in some fresh legs and run that ball.
I'm going to go with Texas A&M. And I don't like the Irish. Never did. I'm going to take the over on that one, too.
Taking the over. Imagine that.
Name of the show.
All right, next one.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're skipping that game.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be our last pick. We're going to go that Monday night special, I believe it is, as Boston College takes on the Florida State Seminoles. Florida State is still favored by 15.5. Over and under is 50.5. Man. I don't know what to do in this one, guys. I'll be honest with you, man. I had high hopes for Florida State on Saturday. Laid a little money on them. And they broke my heart, man. But I'm still going to pick those Seminoles against Boston College. Because Boston College come into Mizzou one year and beat us. So, fuck Boston College. Go Noles. Taking the under, Dougie. I'm going to take the over. Over.
Over, okay.
Because that that Florida State defense did not look good, man. They're supposed to have one of the best defensive lines in the nation. It
They
ain't
only gave
happening.
up 24 points. They only give up 24 points.
Only
What was the over under on this one?
51.
50 and a half.
Marky.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take the homer pick. I'm gonna take my nose. It's tough to see Norvell still has a job. Adam Fuller still has a job. So, Mark, if y'all need a new defensive coordinator, Adam Fuller is on Craigslist. You can get him.
Craigslist. Damn, he can't.
That guy doesn't know what a fucking blitz is. Hey, I'm gonna rush 4 the entire game. I'm gonna let him run you down your throat. Good job, Adam Fuller. But I'm gonna take the nose because Boston College does suck. I'll take the 15.5, and I'll take the over. DJ Underwear will be throwing screen pass after screen pass, and our athletes will run because he can't throw the ball downfield because he's garbage. He's on his 4th program in 4 years because he's a quitter. He doesn't know how to battle anybody for a job. I'm just going to take my ball and transfer because I'm a pussy. But, hey, that's him. That's his problem. And he was what was left in the portal. I wanted Riley Leonard. We didn't get him. We didn't spend enough money. And we got DJ Underwear, and that's just what it is. But he's shit. But we'll win. We'll cover. We'll bounce back.
Hey, the good thing about that? You called him DJ Underwear and you said shit. Shit usually happens in your underwear, don't it?
Well,
At Florida
it
State.
happened Saturday in Dublin, Ireland. It was all on the field in Dublin, Ireland Saturday.
Hey, I would love to go to that game, drink a few pints, and watch Florida State get beat.
I drank some pints out here on my
Well,
back
for every
deck,
reason.
screaming at the TV.
Well, for every reason Kenny just said, I'm going to take Boston College in the 13.5. They had to travel back home too, so that's wore them out. Like you said, DJ can't throw downfield, so I don't worry about him scoring a lot. So I'll take Boston College plus 13.5 in the under.
15
and a half.
15.
You get an extra 2 points, Eddie.
it's
You get
15?
15 and a half.
You say the over?
No, he said
I'm
under.
taking the under.
Write that
Well-
shit down right, Doug. We don't want to hear you crying all week. I got this wrote down.
That's why I'm clarifying. I'm gonna clarify
Oh,
something
hey,
else
hey,
for you.
so you make sure you clarify all year long because we know how this works.
Here, I'm gonna clarify. You see what that is?
Yeah, that's a
the
little
DJ
music
DJ
player.
Ukulele. They're playing the ukulele.
I hope he
DJ
does that better and he throws the fucking football.
Yeah. Well, that's why
Probably not.
That's why I'm going to pick Boston College. I think Florida State wins, but I'm going to take those points. That's a lot of points. And I will take the over.
You're taking the over at 50 and a half.
The over. Yes.
Well, I think Florida State's pissed off because they lost last week. They're going to bounce back, and they're going to cover that 15.5 because they got something to prove this year again from last year. And I'm gonna take the over, and because they're gonna have that Boudreaux butt cream on this week.
The old butt cream has come out already on the first episode. Johnny Grissom's Boudreaux butt cream has made. Hey, that's a sponsor for us, Boudreaux butt cream. If you're chafing, use the Boudreaux butt cream. All right, now the big game of the week, the Sunday night special.
Las Vegas.
Vegas. That's right. We were supposed to make a trip out to Vegas, Dougie. As Savannah said at the casino the other night, you owe me a trip to Vegas. Yeah. I think you owed everybody a trip to Vegas. Savannah, her boyfriend, Keely, me.
Everybody.
God dog, Dougie. Yeah. Might as well take my wife with me so that way we can all
Hey,
go. The
his nephew
USC
wants to go
Fighting.
too.
There you go. His nephew. You probably owe
There
him
you
a
go.
trip or two. The USC Fighting Trojans, number 23 in the nation, take on the number 13 team, LSU Fighting Tigers, out of Baton Rouge, baby. The purple and gold. Is this a night game, guys?
Yes, sir. 6:30 or so at
Ain't,
night. Well,
ain't nothing like a night game in Baton Rouge, baby. As we all know, what happens when it gets dark out there. Johnny Grissom falls in a mud puddle, but LSU wins. So LSU is going to win now, and I'm going to take the under of 64.5.
Mark, how many of them cups have you drank? Because you had to just
Seven.
got. Did you just get drunk in one pick?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Does LSU
Go
still have
Tigers.
Brian Kelly as a coach?
They do,
Yeah,
and they got Blake
What's
Baker as the
LSU's
defense
record the
coordinator.
last 2 years on opening night?
loss.
2 of them, wasn't it? 2?
I've lost
To
Yeah,
who?
four.
it was. Oh,
They've lost
2.
4 openers in a row.
Oh,
It
it's
wasn't
even
a
better.
USC. It wasn't
It
USC
doesn't
though.
matter.
The
It
last,
was
the
Florida
last
State.
opener they
It was
won
Florida
was
State, but
2019.
they don't have another overrated quarterback. They got Brian Kelly. They're another overrated SEC team. I'm taking the 4.5, and I'm taking the over because Lincoln Riley doesn't play defense either. But both teams will put up 40 by themselves. So I'm taking USC, the 4.5, and the over.
I'm
You
gonna
know now
copy
that,
Kenny on
that
this one.
Is that all
same
you got?
pick as Kenny. That's all he's got. Look, that's all's up in that ball dome. Same as Kenny.
Well,
He don't
game-
have
Eddie,
nothing
did I
else.
say anything that wasn't factual?
this game's in the
No.
Allegiant Dome. Weather won't be a factor. We're going to see the big question about LSU is, of course, did their defense improve? He brought in the right people. He brought in a whole new staff, and the recruiting is showing. He not only brought in coaches, but he brought in coaches that recruit. Bo Davis, defensive line coach. Corey Raymond's back. Blake Baker stole him from Missouri. He come back home. The defense will be improved. The pieces are there. The roster's there. It's not a complete roster, like I said, but it's going to be another 10-2 type year. We'll be right there on the cusp of the playoff. I don't believe we have the run in us to win it all, but we're going to beat Southern Cal. Southern Cal struggled in the Pac-12 last year with the so-called the great quarterback. What was it? Caleb Williams. He's the best thing since sliced bread. They barely made a bowl game last year. Come on. Southern Cal sucks, and so does Lincoln Riley. This will be a track meet. I'm taking LSU in the over all day, every day.
Oh shit. I think LSU should win by a touchdown.
Probably 2.
Maybe. I'm not going that far, Doug. Their offense, I think it's going to be okay this year with that QB.
Be good.
He's not a bad quarterback. I like him. And man, I don't think they're gonna win no championship because that damn coach. But I'm gonna take the under on this one. Take that bet and go to the bank on this bet.
Oh, we got a master lock of the week on the last pick. Go to the bank, baby.
Take it to the bank. LSU in the over on that one.
That ain't what
Johnny
Johnny
said the under.
Under. I said under.
But he's wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Southern Cal struggled in the Pac-12 with Caleb Williams supposed to be the best quarterback since quarterbacks came out.
He was
And
the
now
best
they're in the Big
quarterback.
Ten. Now they're in the Big Ten. They're going to have a long year, and it starts Sunday night.
Caleb Williams was the best quarterback. Did you watch the draft?
Yeah, he's best quarterback since the beginning of quarterbacks time.
I mean, he got drafted ahead of the guy that should not have won a Heisman. I mean, he's had to be the best.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
We'll see.
I think that guy who won the Heisman is starting, ain't he?
Yes, sir.
I think
So's the
think
guy
that
that won it the year before.
I think that guy that starts for San Francisco got drafted pretty low too, didn't he?
Number
Was he
300.
Mr. Irrelevant, wasn't he?
Yeah.
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 Well, Kyler Murray was drafted number 1. Boy, he's great, ain't he? They don't always pan out just because you drafted number 1.
Don't always pan out just because you win a Heisman either.
That's true. That is the truth. Panned out pretty good for Joe so far.
Hey, Charles Woodson did okay. He won the Heisman.
Oh, there's been some okay ones, but there's been some that have won that thing.
He
That
beat that
panned
guy
out. Vince
Peyton
Young.
Manning for a
Look,
Heisman.
Vince Young.
Yeah. Cam Newton.
Eric
He
Crouch.
tried to commit suicide.
Cam Newton.
Hey,
had,
there's a great one.
2 good
Eric
years.
Crouch. Yeah. Not picking on Eddie or nothing, but
Hey.
you know.
You know what all those guys got in common? They still got a lot of money in the bank, probably.
They should. They definitely
I don't know
should.
how much. Never know how much of that money's guaranteed, though. You know.
That's true.
Yeah. Nowadays, it's a lot
Hey.
guaranteed.
Hey, before we wrap up, let's talk about realignment. As you mentioned, no more Pac-12, man. That's going to feel weird, man. I mean, it's going to be hard that teams are going to the Big 10, the Big 12. You got Stanford going all the way across the ocean there in the ACC. I guess that stands for All Coast Conference now. I mean, they got SMU's in there too, I think. So you got the Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, and Pacific Ocean all in there. So it is officially called the All Coast Conference. Kenny Corley, what do you think about all this bullshit?
I said it last year, man. Just draw a big T down the center of the country, and whatever quadrant you're in, that's your conference. Stop all. No, nobody wants to watch USC go play Penn State in October in snow. It's god awful. It's a waste of money. I mean, Stanford. They made a comment last week on TV. Stanford's going to travel the most this year. Out of every school, they're traveling the most, almost 2,900 miles or 29,000 miles or some shit. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's stupid.
And that's just in football season?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all sports right now. That's just football season. So, I mean, just divide the country in fours.
Going to one game.
Just divide the country in fours and let them play. It's dumb. I don't care. Stop all this traveling across country to play. I mean, it's dumb money wasted. Your fans aren't going to travel. I mean, do you think somebody from Southern California is going to want to go to Happy Valley and sit in some snow and watch their team play? They don't even own a fucking jacket.
Hell no, they'd be unhappy.
Yeah, they don't even own a jacket. What do they need one for?
That's right.
It gets below 70.
Those
They're not gonna
matchups
go.
are good. Those matchups are good for right now, week 1. Non-conference matchups.
Play neutral sites if that's what you want to do. But man, I don't want to watch it. I could care less. It's living here. It's bad enough that I have to hear the over entitled. It's always our year. People run around with that orange shit. I don't want to watch any of these irrelevant football games on TV.
Hey, you forgot to tell. Hey,
Oh,
this is the story that happened
Dougie.
earlier on a
So here on
UT
Wednesday-
call-in show.
Here on Wednesday nights, they have a show called The Vol Call, where you can call in and talk to Coach Josh Heupel. I listened to it last week, and these Kool-Aid drinking fuckers up here, my God, they're dumber than rocks. They should give their organs to people on a waiting list and just check out. They're ignorant. But I decided to call in. At 8:08, it rang. They answered. Vol Call, what would you like to talk about? Yeah, Vol Call, what would you like to talk about? Man, I want to ask Coach about the defense and what impact Nico's going to have on the team this year. Okay, hold. That was it. I'm like, oh, this is too stupid. After 27 minutes, that Kessler guy picks up and says, go ahead, caller, who's this? I said, hey, it's Kenny at Chattanooga. Hey, Kenny at Chattanooga, how you doing? I said, man, I'm good. You got a question for Coach? I said, man, I do. I said, Coach, what's it like to constantly coach the most overrated, underachieving team in college football every year? And they hung up on me.
Oh,
Bad connection in Chattanooga. Hey, they
Must have
open up
dropped
in
the call.
Chattanooga, don't they?
we lost the
I mean,
call.
we got 2 cell towers. We got one more than Cooter. I mean, but he
Yeah.
dropped it.
Yeah, they start with Chattanooga.
Yeah, sure
They
do.
should have known
That's
that was
why.
a setup.
That's why. Yeah.
But I did. I asked the question. They hung up, and man, they just kept on going like I never even asked it. And I'm like, you bunch of pussies.
They don't want to hear that.
No. I say it every year, don't I, Dougie? If Neyland Stadium fell into the Tennessee River, I would start a fund to clean the Tennessee River.
Oh, mercy.
Biggest bunch of idiots I've ever heard in my life.
Eddie, what do you think about these Pac-12 schools rolling into your Big Ten?
Man, I don't like it. I want it to go back to when Nebraska was Big Ten. Back to those reward teams for playing ranked teams week 0, week 1.
Big
That's
12,
how you get in the playoff. Or yeah. Yeah, I don't.
I want Nebraska,
Like he
Colorado
said,
every
what
year.
did
I want
Colorado
that.
State.
I want Nebraska, Colorado every year.
Y'all think about the girls softball teams. Think about the volleyball.
Wow.
Think about the track and some of these. It's got to go do meets way across there. It's one thing for football. They're making money. They're making money in football. The volleyball team's got to go from Stanford to North Carolina to play a match or something. You know, it's crazy.
Well, if we're talking women's
definitely-
volleyball, just let Nebraska, Texas go play the West Coast teams and forget every other school. They shouldn't be playing volleyball.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. It's all about football. They're not considering all the little schools, man. And I mean the other sports. You know, the little sports, as they call it, the swim team. Hell, they're gonna have to swim that ocean.
A lot of those athletes don't fly in private charters. They're in the airport with us going back and forth.
That's right.
So that makes a big difference.
Yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy in the times we live in now. It's going to come down to what? About 3 conferences?
Yeah.
Oh, Dougie got kicked out of the closet.
Dougie lost that Cooter signal.
Dollar General must be
that's
closed. They cut the Wi-Fi off.
And we are down to 3. All right, guys, that's it anyway, man. And we'll find out next week if Doug ever got out of the closet. All right, man. I appreciate you joining us, man. That is Cousin Eddie, Kenny D, and I'm Mark Manley,
Eddie,
the
talk to you
Manly
later,
Man.
buddy.
This is I'll Take the Over podcast on the Boot Hill Sports Network. We'll see you next Wednesday night. Same time, same YouTube channel.
Take me home, country road.